You hear a light groaning from the crystal. I mean, it's not coming from the crystal. It's very clearly coming from the unconscious person who's coming to right next to the crystal. Just to be clear, the crystal has not gained sentience and is complaining about a headache.
I want to examine this giant crystal.
Okay, roll me... what sort of properties are you trying to determine? It'll just help me decide what roll.
What it is.
Okay, we will go with investigation then, because I feel like you're trying to... You're not trying to just see it. So I will go with investigation on that. Leros, what were you saying, sorry?
I was mentioning that I probably would have tied my rope back to my barrel.
That's fine, yeah. That's fine. 14. Okay. So with a 14, you can work out there's some sort of locus of power of some sort. It's probably magical in origin. You don't know of any religious reasons for people to worship the crystal, but you never know. You never know. You get the feeling that the people worshipping here, they're definitely related to the minstrels. You already know that from conversation. You don't know if they're... If this is related to why the minstrels are here, or if this is like a secondary attempt to achieve the same goal. So you don't think that you've necessarily foiled their plans, or you may have foiled a plan and assisted with that, or possibly weakened something somewhere else, but you can't tell what from here.
Would it be possible to break a chunk off of this crystal?
You can give it a go.
Did not respond to shatter.
You can definitely give it a go. It didn't respond to shatter, no.
What am I rolling?
It depends what you're trying to do it with. Your hands? Or tools?
Yeah, I'll probably use grounded. Can I borrow your crowbar?
Okay. Yeah, give me a raw strength check with the benefit of a crowbar to see if you can just pry off a chunk of the crystal.
Okay, that is an 18 minus 1, 17.
So, with a 17, yeah, you get a chip of this crystal. It's about the size of a finger, so it's a long sliver. It's not particularly sharp. You couldn't use it as a weapon unless you, carved it a bit. But it is reasonably clear. It looks... You're certainly, with your thieves experience, you get the feeling this is probably worth something. You don't know how much yet.
Is there any power rating aiding from it, like it is from the larger one?
You do get a sort of pulsating heat from it. It feels hot in your hand. Not hot so much as it hurts, but you definitely feel a warmth coming from it. And there's definitely a sort of faint red glow to it. And it is dimming now that the chanting is done, but it is still there, and you can definitely still feel it.
Okay, can I search through the two upper cultists' bodies?
Sure. They are bearing 2 scimitars, well, 1 each, and they've got some lovely cultist robes with a red ribbon on it. They've also got a pouch at their sides, each containing 24 bones. And these bones are small. They're about 1.5 inches long. You're not sure where they've come from, but they're sort of they're not jagged and sharp like they've been broken.
Just for shits and giggles, I'm taking the rope with me.
Okay.
And putting it on over my armor right now.
Okay. So you put it on over your armor. It's it's bulky a little bit, but it's not too restrictive, so you're all right. Yeah.
They never got me one or my size, did they?
They didn't have one in your size, unfortunately.
Rose's days of identity theft are far from over.
It's one of the active feats for.
Fully committed identity theft last session.
Yeah, you did.
Meanwhile, I've apparently walked behind the corner, and I'm looking at the chests here.
Yeah, there's 2 chests around the corner and some sacks of food. It looks like, again, more supplies. Everyone's coming in with supplies, so it's probably get the feeling that they're from far away. They're not from nearby, and they're expecting not really to be able to sort of go back and forth very often. And yeah, the chests probably contain something, as chests often do. I'll give you that one for free without having to make a check. There might be something in a chest. Hey.
I would like to open chests.
Okay, they are both locked, unfortunately.
Oh, that's new. Hey, girls, there's a couple of locked chests here.
Okay, so I turn to Eao and say, "Raise you," and immediately run toward the chests.
And I just take a step back, knowing that things are gonna go down.
How far do you have to move?
15 feet. Wait, no. That's just the crow
I think
fly.
it's gonna be down to initiative, isn't it?
15.
Yeah, roll me initiative, please.
30 feet.
Grounded and AO only. Roll me initiative.
Is this with disadvantage?
Yep. Roll me initiative with disadvantage while I eat this piece of chocolate.
Well, that's a -1, so that's a 3. I mean, that's a 1, so that's a total of 3.
So, because of all the marble around, there's no like bookcases on the side of this room, so there's no books to absorb all the sound. To you, it sounded like it was coming from the other side, so you've actually gone the wrong way. And Grounded, if you got higher than 5, presumably you've gone the right way.
Yeah, I got 10.
Yeah, Grounded wins the race to get to the cases first. Rosad, where you are, you can actually hear something in the room beyond. You can hear this sort of heavy smashing noise, like someone is. Well, it rather sounds like someone is destroying statues with sledgehammers.
I suppose that means you get first choice. Which chest do you want?
Yeah, I'll go for the upper chest.
You're going to go for the upper chest. Okay, roll me a Thieves' Tools proficiency check to try and lockpick it. And again, disadvantage. Oh yes, it's going to be that way until you get your exhaustion cured.
Unless you help each other.
Or you help each other, yeah. I don't think I will allow 2 people to work on the same lock. This is an NCIS, okay? You can't just all jump in there at the same time.
Well, one of us can hold the torque wrench and the other can hold the pick.
No. See, the way it'd work is one of us would be picking, and the other one would be sitting there criticizing how they're picking it.
If you had a paladin, the paladin could help everyone by upholding the light.
12. Okay. You're not able to get through it, I'm afraid. It's not budging.
I look expectantly at Ao.
I don't know how my chest went, so.
What was your roll? Yeah.
16.
16. No, that's not enough either, I'm afraid. While you're working with these, you get that familiar twang that you felt in the necromancer's place as well. That these, while they are locks, you don't think these are locked mechanically. That probably magic is at hand on these, which is why they're so hard to unlock.
No, I guess annoyed and try prying it open with a crowbar instead.
Oh, absolutely. Roll me a strength check with no disadvantage because of the crowbar.
Can I help with that?
No, you can't double it up.
Is 10.
With a 10, actually, yeah, you break that open. Yeah. So in this one, there's some more cultist robes, and you sort of lift those up, and none of them are unfortunately Glarus' size, otherwise they would have gone and got it for you. But as you're lifting them up, you find there's a tinkling noise as something falls into the box, and there is a silver knife. It's curved, oddly, looks like it might be sacrificial in nature. But yeah, so if you want to take that, add on a silver knife.
Okay.
Does
Does it seem magical anyway, or?
No, it doesn't, but it is worth 100 gold pieces if you sell it, because it's ornate.
Ooh.
It's beautiful.
And it's silver.
Also, it's silver. So it has some benefit should you go into the null zone.
If I can borrow your crowbar again, I'd like to try for this one.
Meanwhile, while Eao asks that, I'm gonna go sneak in with my crowbar.
No, I think I'm going to let Eao roll this one first, because Eao's been at the... It would be hard for you to sneak in with the crowbar since Eao's right in front of it.
I mean, it's right there.
I think I'll still let Eao go for this one.
Fair enough.
12, that's also enough. And it breaks open. And inside of this, you find there's some bottles of water, there's bottles of rum, there's a little bit of beer, there is a pouch as well, and the pouch has a handful of sapphires in it. They're very small, but they look like they're probably there for spell casting components, that sort of thing. There's a total of 10 sapphires, each worth 10 gold pieces.
I hand one of the bottles of rum to Glarus.
Okay, Glarus, you get a bottle of rum. You hear a light groaning from the crystal. I mean, it's not coming from the crystal, it's very clearly coming from the unconscious person who's coming to right next to the crystal. Just to be clear, the crystal has not gained sentience and is complaining about a headache.
Hello.
Wait, we did tie this guy up.
Done with the chest.
You did tie him up, yeah.
I'm going to ask the one who's a bit more stealthy if they can double check what's behind this door while we speak to the cultist.
Is that me or Eao?
You could both try if you want. he can land the door together.
Yes.
I guess if one of us just sorts of keeps an eye out for the other, and does that count as assisting?
Not for this particular operation. I'd allow that in a lot of operations. Like if you're looking out for someone coming out from somewhere else. But in this case, the only place you could be looking is literally where Eao is going to be looking, which is into that room. But any other stealth operation where you two want to do that together, that is great and will confer advantage. But in this one particular situation, it's not going to work very well.
Okay, so that's an 11.
An 11, okay. Yep. Okay, so you push the door open, and you're able to push the door open probably about 6 inches before you can feel a bit of resistance, and you're like, that's going to be too much. That's going to be too much. It's going to start creaking loudly. But it's okay, because whatever's inside is making a lot of noise. And as you look inside, what you see is a huge amount of smashed marble. There are fragments of marble all across the floor. There's 3 bins along the far wall full of marble. And at the far end, in the corner, standing over a half-smashed statue of marble, is a 2 minotaurs with sledgehammers smashing this statue.
Can 2 minotaurs even fit in this room?
Oh yeah, any creature can fit into a space half its size. But yeah, they're in there. They've got big sledgehammers, and they are just pounding on this statue. The statue, it appears to be of a mage of some sort. It's got the classic pointy hat that you can see, and you can see sort of remnants of a robe. It's quite nicely sculpted. You have no idea why they're smashing it.
Do you reckon we should try diplomacy, or should we just attack them, or just avoid them?
I actually want to try something.
Okay, what do you want to try?
How hard would it be for me to try to mimic what one of the other minotaurs in the previous room sounded like?
It would not be as easy as Ruzad doing it, but at the same time, because Ruzad can do it without having to make a check, you would have to make a performance check, and I would say it would probably be pretty hard because minotaurs are going to have extremely sort of... It's almost like trying to speak whale, but West Country whale. So instead of it's where they sound like cows and bulls mixed in with their speech pattern. So it's not 100% natural for you. But you could definitely try, and I will say you're not going to instant fail. There's a chance you'll succeed, but given your exhaustion, it will be difficult. Ruzad could do it without a check, though, as part of Ruzad's mimicry that they get from the active feat.
Okay, I'm going to wave Ruzad over, and I'm going to need you to say, as I throw this dagger, "God, you're so terrible at this," in their voice.
Can I ready?
Let me double check my spell slot.
Can I ready my hand crossbow just in case?
Meanwhile, I'm just looming over the waking up cultist, like, hello.
I'll play along. I'll burn a spell slot so I can do comprehend languages, so I can understand the language, so I can actually speak this in a abyssal.
Yeah, it'd be abyssal. Yep. Okay, you're gonna do that. So you're gonna throw a dagger. You're gonna essentially taunt them, Ruzad. Grounded, what were you getting ready to do?
Basically just sneak attack them with my crossbow if they notice us.
Okay, so you're sort of getting ready with the crossbow, ready to fire it. And Glarus, what about you?
Yeah, I'm just looming over the cultist.
Okay, you're just staring at him, heavy breathing,
unblinking.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, so
cool.
The general plan is to wait for one of them to be in a position where they can't really see the other.
That's going to be difficult in a room like
in
this.
The middle of, or not like where they can't, like where they're not really paying too much attention to the other, like in the middle of a swing or something.
Like, yeah, okay.
And then I'll have Riz say that and throw the dagger to make it look like the other one stabbed him.
Okay.
That's the general idea.
I like this. Okay. So beforehand, I want you to give yourself inspiration, please. If you've already got it, well, fucking spend it. So don't forget you can re-roll that if something goes wrong. This is going to increase your chances of actually succeeding as well, which is nice. So yeah, okay. I don't think it's going to take too long before one of them. So one of them is grabbing shreds of, smashed chunks of masonry and of marble and picking them up and turns away to put them into a stack in the side here. Let me put 2 tokens on the map just so you can see it, because I imagine you're about to get into combat, to be honest. I mean, you might not. Who knows? But on the off chance, let me put some minotaurs in. If the quick creature thing wants to load up. If not, it's going to be acolytes that are big acolytes. Aka heavies.
Acolytes.
There we go. So they're sort of in this position at the moment. The one at the south is the one doing the hammering on the statue, just like smashing bits of it constantly with a big sledgehammer. And the other one is grabbing bits and putting it into this into these small sort of crates to the other side, just trying to keep things clean. It looks like they've smashed a lot of statues. Certainly not all of these chunks are from this statue. And yeah, the one to the north turns to put some blocks in, and you see your chance. So I would like Eao, you to make me an attack roll, please, with advantage, as they haven't seen you. And Ruzad, I would like you to say what you're meant to say in English, or to attempt to make the noises if you want. Because you don't have to do a roll because it just happens. Excellent.
That is a unnatural 20.
Unnatural 20. Excellent. So that's gonna hit, and yeah, roll the damage. And I think I'm going to do
sneak attack.
Yeah, you'd get sneak attack because you had you didn't have advantage actually.
But he's not noticed.
I'm going to allow it. Like rules as written, you would not, but this is the case where it makes sense. So yes, you do get sneak attack damage.
14 damage.
Okay. I'm going to roll a wisdom saving throw for the Minotaur to see if they fall for this ruse. And I will roll the Ruz ruse, and I will roll this at disadvantage. I'm going to tell you now, probably not going to work. But you know what? Give it a go. I'll tell you actually what the DC you've got to beat then is for your deception check. It is 18. You know, there's one rule. There's one rule to DMing, and that is never roll something you don't want to happen. I really want these fuckers to be confused because it's fucking hilarious. So fuck it. I'm the DM. It's my fucking game. And yeah, the one at the south turns around and goes, "Oi! What the hell are you doing?" I don't know why. They're getting slightly cockneyed. "Oi! What's going on here?" The other one turns around and goes, "What are you talking about, you mug?" And takes the sledgehammer and whacks him over the face. And the other one goes, "Oh!" It dives on him and knocks him to the ground and just starts pummeling on him. And I'm going to say that in the scuffle in the fight, it bloodies both of them before they notice you at the door. But they do then notice you. But they are starting this off bloodied. So we will roll initiative now. Those with readied actions can ping those off now. And I believe it would just be you grounded with a readied action. Because you had your crossbow ready. Yeah.
I'm basically just taking a steady aim action.
Okay.
So while they're fast, I'm just sort of holding my crossbow in one hand and eating an apple.
Okay, that's not very steady aim, but sure.
The one-handed weapon.
Yeah, you're like lining it up, but at the same time crunching on an apple. All right, okay. Yeah, so roll that with advantage. Go on then. I'll allow that, and let me get these Minotaurs ready as we go into combat, and then everyone else roll me initiative.
Does a 24 hit?
Yes, it does. Roll some damage, and you had advantage as well, so add sneak attack. Oh wow, I rolled the same number twice. Well, that's convenient.
Oh, and I'm going to basically I aimed at the lower one, and I'll whales on the upper one. Okay,
so yeah, roll the damage for the lower one and then roll the wails of the graves. The ghosts sort of wave over them. I'm assuming because this guy's like jumped, this Minotaur has jumped on the other Minotaur, what you've done is managed to crossbow bolt him in the ass. Because that's pretty much the bit you'd be aiming at this point. Probably right in the cheek. Easy target, in fairness.
Oh, cheeky. Now they're the butt of the jokes.
Okay.
Okay, so the first Minotaur is taking... I dropped my dice. 20.
20? Damn.
And the second is going to take...
Yeah, okay.
7.
Okay. So they're going to be starting at... Okay. Alright, well, obviously they're both bloodied. But we knew that already. Yeah, so you whack one in the cheek, and out of the cheek comes the ghostly essence of the spirits, and they attack the other one. Pretty much, you've just done a ghostly fart, but like at a distance. This is the definition of spooky action at a distance. And yeah, so who got higher than a 15 for initiative? Rosad. Rosad's going to be going first. Okay. And who got higher than a 10? Ah, we're back to normal. I see.
Oh, I got a. Wait, no, I didn't. My mistake.
No, what did you get?
It doesn't matter. I was rolling with disadvantage.
Oh, okay. What? Okay. So higher than a 10? Anyone? No. Okay. So that means the Minotaurs are going next. Okay. Higher than a 5. Okay. Grounded. All right. Leros and Eao, what did you get? 5. 4. Okay. Leros and then Eao. We're back. Everyone's got dog shit initiative rolls. It's the Guild of Icons. Okay, top of the round, it's Rosad. They have spotted you now, and they are sort of clambering back up and brokering a temporary ceasefire, and they will be coming at you. But you have a closet full of Minotaurs. Don't overthink it, you've got 6 seconds.
Yeah, I'm just going to whisper in this one's ear that his mother was actually a steer.
I'm assuming dissonant whispers?
Yeah.
All right.
Just random whispering.
This is just a random whisper, just leaning in like, hey. Okay, so with dissonant whispers, I know that's a wisdom saving throw on my end. And what's your spell save DC?
14.
Okay, that was a 20, I'm afraid. But they'll still take half damage, I assume.
Yeah, first 6.
Who was that aimed at? Was it the one closest to you?
Yeah, the one closest.
Okay, so you say 6?
Yes.
6 damage.
That's 6 after the half. It was 12 damage. I took it down to 6 because
Got you. Yeah. Okay. Very nice. Obviously, still bloodied. Okay. Any movement? Any other bonus actions or anything?
No, I think I'm gonna pretty much just stand my ground where I am.
Okay. With that, then we go to the one you just attacked. Who's coming straight back at you, and you've just aggravated it, so it's coming at you, and it's going to swing at you with a... Oh, it's going to do this recklessly, so it gets to do it with advantage. It is going to swing at you with its great hammer, its sledgehammer. And that's a natural 20. Okay, so I'm going to need... Wow, I haven't rolled these since I was a barbarian. This is great. Get out of the D12s.
And thus Ruzad the Blasting became Ruzad the Blasted.
I guess everyone can be a nail to some hammers.
I mean, Ruse had a great backstory, but he's about to go a bit two-dimensional.
That's 26 points. 30 points of bludgeoning damage you're going to take there.
That's a lot of damage.
It's a good thing it didn't have the charge thing, because they've got no movement to do a charge at you, so they can't add on an extra 2d8 piercing to their attacks. So yeah, that's 30 points of damage. You really angered that one. It's not happy at all. But that's its go, and actually it's blocked the way for the other one. In fact, actually, it could jump back. Yeah, it's going to jump back. Gonna let the other one squeeze through and strike at the next one.
I assume that gives some...
Oh, it does. It'll give Eao and it'll give grounded attacks of opportunity, and they will be at advantage because it attacked recklessly. So it's like the reckless attack of a barbarian. Ruz, is that permanently deaf, or are you just unconscious?
Unconscious for now.
Okay. Is that a natural 20?
Oh, boy.
Yes. Excellent. Well, that's going to be lovely because you do get your sneak attack as well.
Oh my god.
Just to let you know, that just took me 3 points over. Yeah, so it's not.
Hey, what did you roll? Did you roll a natural 20 as well? Well, this bull ain't lasting, is it? They've attacked They've taken down Rosad, and they are paying the price for taking down Rosad. It's 20s all round. Okay, roll a fuck ton of damage.
It's basically 8d6.
Do you want to go? Do you want to go for say your damage first, or should I? Can it survive taking 41 damage?
No. No, it can't.
Oh, I'm back.
All right, so both of you strike with your swords because obviously attack of opportunity can't be ranged. So you both strike with your swords, rapier and are you both using rapiers?
Yep.
Yeah, they both go in, and as it turns around, this Minotaur just collapses to the ground, dead. And the other one is now extremely angry. It was angry before, but now it's even madder because you've just killed its friend. Even though they have just battered each other around a bit. Grounded, you get your whales from the grave still, but unfortunately Eao's already killed it. But you do get your whales from the grave.
41 damage.
Yeah, there was 41 damage that just got dropped.
Do the whales with the grave dice also double?
I don't believe so. I believe that's a separate attack with the way it's written.
That's the way I'd read it.
For the record, my roll was 42. Which is about the actor.
Just absolutely, you've cut this Minotaur into strips of, you're halfway to jerkying this Minotaur at this point. You've cut out steaks, and you're setting up a butcher shop right in front of that guy.
And the other one...
Meat here, get your fresh meat here. Hello, good Minotaur, would you like some fresh meat?
Taunting him.
I think we have a beef with you.
Oh, I like that.
Okay, yeah, and his friend, who's presumably having a very bad day right now.
Oh, he's having a very bad day, and now the whales of the dead are coming over him.
8 damage.
8 damage on him as well. All right, that puts him up to a nice round number.
I guess the ghost of his friends just sort of getting one last word.
He just grabbed literally him, woof, straight over him, and he just hears this. I can't do ghost cow, all right? You can't combine those two. It's impossible. Okay, with that done...
Tyrant like me better.
With that done, it's the other bull's go, and can he go 10 feet? He can. 10 feet in a straight line. He's going to gore you. He's going to gore you, Eao. And he is attacking recklessly. So let's see how he does. No. Ooh, that'll hit though, probably. That is a 23.
I don't think... No, that hits.
So the gore is going. It's less. It's a smaller damage die than the sledgehammer, but there's more of them. So that's going to be 14 points of piercing damage. The horns go straight into you. That was 4d8 plus 4. That's why I was like, really?
Hey, guess who survives with 1 HP?
You're still up. Very nice.
I forgot you guys have actually taken... Well, I've also taken damage. I forgot about that as well.
Have you taken any damage?
Me? Yeah, I took some damage.
Okay.
Yeah, I am technically alive in the most technical sense.
Yeah. Well, Ruzad is technically alive in the most technical sense, and that might all pass soon. Yeah, Grounded, it's over to you.
Okay.
If it does pass, it will be a good chance for you to just throw to me to shatter into Grounded's head.
Okay, so just as I am finishing butchering the Minotaur, I've pulled out my healer kit and quickly, I don't exactly know how exactly, I guess just blow a bicycle pump and reinflate.
Reinflate Rosad, just... okay, yeah, you don't have to do a medicine check with your healer's kit. Are you doing healing with the healer's kit, or are you doing just the stabilization?
Basically, if someone's down, you just bring them back with 1 HP. You can only do the healing on them if they're still up.
I thought you just stabilized with the healer's kit with your healer's fit. Oh, no, well, no, I trust you on that one. I can't quite remember the ruling. Okay, Rosad, you're back up to 1 hit point. Does that use one of your healer's kit charges to do that?
Yes, it does.
Okay. Well, that'll explain that then. Okay, mark that off on your kit, and Rosad, you're back up with 1 HP.
Yeah, basically, when you stabilize someone with a healer's kit, when you have the healer's feat, they get 1 HP instead of just being stabilized.
That's pretty neat. That does make that a very useful feat. Okay, yeah. Welcome back to the land of the living, Rosad.
And I'm going to disengage and...
Okay, bonus action disengage.
And I'm going to move up the wall, just about here.
Okay, you're climbing up the wall. Okay, you are still within the reach, so you haven't actually disengaged from it. It'll still be able to strike you. The ceilings here aren't particularly high.
In that case,
the ceilings here are either 10 feet high or infinite high. There's no in between.
Actually, you're all right there because you've gone into the corner. You've got the wall around. Yeah, you're going to be all right. You're going to be all right there. Yeah.
Okay. At least it can't charge at me.
But that was the
no,
whole
good.
point of me standing in the doorway, was to stop it being able to charge out.
I mean, once you got knocked down, that was no longer the case. But you're back up again. You chumblewumbled. Okay, over to Glarus.
I assume Ross is still prone, right?
Yes, you'll be prone until you get back up on your turn, Rosette.
Excellent. I charge in, stabbing with the glaive.
Okay, lovely. I mean, it's a reach weapon, so yeah, you can absolutely do that. That's no problem at all. Go for it.
Curse first. I would like to place a curse on him before I swing.
That's fine. Yep. Pop that curse on.
Okay, I don't have any advantage on this, I don't think. So that is remind me, brain? What's my modifier? That's a 14 to hit.
14 to hit. That's exactly what you need. Their AC is 14.
Okay.
Hey, I'm as tough as a minotaur.
A clovesless minotaur.
And that's gonna be 12 points of damage first swing.
12 points of damage. Let me just... Yeah, okay, 12 points. Very nice. That slash goes... Well, it's not slashes. You went right into them. You charged them with it. You almost lanced them, leaving quite a welt.
So I'm gonna...
A gushing cut on the chest.
Because they are in a tight spot,
Mm-hmm.
I am going to repeat that motion.
Ooh, do it again. All right, so you're going to, like, just jab it straight in again.
Yep.
Okay.
So that is a 23 to hit.
That does. Yeah, that hits.
For 13 points of damage.
13 points of damage. Okay, you pull back and you jab it straight in, but this time you find the heart, and the Minotaur collapses to the ground and bleeds out in front of you. Eao, presumably you're jumping back so that you don't get knocked over. Oh no, sorry. Rosette, I assume you're getting up and jumping back so you're not knocked over by Grounded as she runs in to make steaks and jerky as quickly as she can. Delicious.
I'm more thinking I might need some heals.
Never play a lizard folk ever, Brie. I'd be terrified.
Oh yeah, because they eat raw meat.
Yeah, any kind of raw meat. All right.
Good news, I'm back to health.
Is it too late to correct one grounded to a lizard folk?
It is. It is a little.
I
too
mean,
late.
you could get that spell. Is it resurrection or?
Yeah.
I mean,
it's one of them. Yeah.
Reincarnation.
Reincarnation. Yeah,
That's the one. Yeah.
As a consolation prize, you can take solace in knowing that tieflings are purely carnivorous creatures.
They are, but usually not cannibalistic. So,
I mean, it's only cannibalism if they're the same species.
that's true. That is true. That's a good point. Okay, so
Let's just say
you have the room to yourself, and add on 1,400 experience points divided by 2. Divided by 4, actually, not divided by 2. That would be mad.
Oh, by 2? Okay.
No.
That's 350 each. Someone keeping an unarmed captive, or
I mean, he's tied up, but at the same time, yeah.
I just
Glarus has been intimidating the captive, if that helps. We're standing over, heavy breathing, staring straight at him, unblinking.
Can I just sort of shoot him a look, just sort of say, don't even think about trying to escape?
Yeah,
Why,
sure.
yeah.
Yeah. Now I forget, Grounded, as a tiefling, do you have the devil eyes, as in the fiery red eyes, or do you have the sort of more humanoid eyes?
Probably wrote it down in my description.
Because tieflings can go either way. It's sort of up to you, but I just couldn't remember.
On the artwork, it is glowing irises and pupils, but dark.
Yeah, it can
white.
be. It can be either or any mix thereof. But you can also just have humanoid eyes.
Yeah, I think she's just got sort. I mean, for the purpose of cosplay, she'll probably just have humanoid eyes. So let's go with that.
Okay, fine. Well, you still shoot him. I was going to say a smouldering look, but that means something else. You shoot him an angry look, not a smouldering look like romance can bloom on the battlefield. No, but you shoot him an angry look, and you know he saw what you did to the others, all of you. So he's already pretty easy to intimidate, and that is just reinforcing the point there. He's sort of jabbering a little. He's sort of looking between all of you, going. And sort of heavy breathing, like panicked heavy breathing, just going, what do you want?
I'm going to ask you one question. Where is the tyrant?
He points right behind him at a set of double doors directly to your north.
All right.
Just in there.
And what defenses are in there?
Just his pet.
What sort of crack?
It's like a bull, but worse. Like a bull from hell.
Like a bull like those two, or
No, four legs. Like a bull, but from hell.
is it contained anyhow?
I think he keeps it in a cage. I don't go in there. None of us are allowed to go in there. You just can hear it sometimes.
Do you want to send the cultists to take a look at the pet and see what it is about?
And give them a chance to warn the tyrant? No, thank you.
Fair shot.
Eao wants to examine the statue that they were trying to break apart.
Okay. What are you sort of looking for? Are you just giving it a once-over, or are you looking for any particular trait?
No, I'm just going to do like a general examination.
General? Okay, give me perception, please. And again, that'll be a disadvantage.
Can I assist her looking over it?
That is a 14.
14. Okay, with a 14, you can see that this is a sculpture of a woman in mage's clothes, presumably a mage. You can see the traditional pointy hat. There are stars, and not like crude large stars, but like individual dots embedded in the statue's dress, and they form constellations. And there are all sorts of swirling patterns all over it. There's not all of her left. She's missing most of her leg. The left leg is pretty much gone, and the right hand is shattered. You can't see the parts that would have made up for that. Presumably they're in the boxes. Finding them is going to be probably very difficult, but might be possible. But yeah, the statue is mostly still there. It seems like it takes quite a bit of effort to break these up. And they start with the extremities and work their way in. But yeah, this looks like probably would have been a humanoid of some sort. Doesn't look like there's any horns, so maybe not tiefling, but not all tieflings have horns, so it's hard to tell. And yeah, otherwise, because obviously, marble, you can't 100% tell. It could be an elf, but, the hair's over the ears, so that's the most obvious clue. And the clothes are kind of billowy, so it's really hard to tell sort of stature or anything like that.
Can I remember from my studies any hell demons? Hell bulls, even.
Hell bulls. Okay, roll me. We will go. It's not quite nature. We'll go history, I think. It's a difficult one because it's sort of bestiary. Or nature is probably the closest. We'll go nature.
Yeah, that is.
Is there.
2.
You can't remember, I'm afraid. Yeah.
Is there anything seemingly magical about the statue?
Roll me Arcana.
At disadvantage. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, that is a 7 plus 7. That's 14.
Okay. Yes, there is something magical about this statue. Or rather, there's magic relating to the circumstances of it being a statue. As sort of in a creeping horror goes over you as you realize this is a person who has been turned into a statue. Most people in the world are familiar with petrification. It doesn't happen very often, but they know it's possible, and that there are creatures that can do it, and poisons as well, and spells and all sorts of things. Something has petrified this woman, and then these minotaurs have started smashing it to pieces.
2 questions.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, first one is, since Grounded sort of grew up on a area full of crumbling rock, could you use that experience to sort of work out how someone smashing a piece of rock might, assuming it was the most recent piece of rock being smashed, sort of work out where the pieces are most likely to be? And also, if she was to take a short rest or something, could she switch to alchemy and maybe find a way to reverse it that way? Petrification, I mean.
Okay, yeah, I would allow both of those things to happen. You would have to take a short rest to switch to alchemy, but I would allow you to make a check to see if you can work out how to undo petrification. Alternatively, people can do arcana checks or whatever if they want to work out how to undo petrification, because there are some common cures for petrification that are more well known. As to whether they'll apply here, you don't know. But an alchemy check would be a perfectly acceptable way of doing it as well. As for looking around and seeing if you can sort of work out the bits that have been broken off, bear in mind one of the minotaurs was moving parts as they got smashed, so it might not be so easy. On the other hand, you can certainly give that a go and see if you can find bits of it. That would be perception, I would say.
Okay.
At disadvantage, though, I'm going to say just merely your experience up in Wark is letting you make this roll more so than granting an advantage. Yeah.
Okay, so I do recommend that we do all this while taking like a short rest because 2 of us got really fucked up in that last fight.
I was about to say, what are the chances of actually getting a long rest so we can actually get slots and health back properly?
We could probably try.
I can give you a healing potion in addition to the short rest.
What was your perception roll again, Grandis?
I only rolled a 5. It would have been a 20
luck, I'm afraid.
advantage.
You can absolutely take a rest if you want.
I can have enough health potions to get both me and Ao back up in health. Because we're both sitting right down at the bottom.
I mean, if you do get the short rest in as well.
Yeah, I think
but
a long rest will probably be risky. So I think a short rest would probably be our best bet.
Hey, if we rested in the cupboards and I put a trap outside it.
That can work.
What about this guy? Do you still have a use for him?
I mean, no, but I really just want to murder an unarmed man like that?
I wouldn't. Ross would.
I untie him and
we're just going to ask this guy a question.
No, hang on, Grounded, you were first. Well, you were untying him. Okay,
Yeah,
Ruz, if you'd like to ask a question, now you'll be able to do that before Grounded's finished untying, so go for it.
Yeah. But you're going to run out of here and not towards anyone else, are you? You're going to keep your mouth shut, aren't you?
Of course. If you let me go, I guess I'll go somewhere. Maybe through that door. And points at, look, just round the corner, there's a little sort of doorway to a rainbow glowing room. Maybe I'll go that way.
Having been round there, instead...
I'm going to take a look into the room, see if there's anyone else still there.
No, there's no one left in that room. They've continued on. There's another set of doors. Well, there's another door past that you can see further on. They've presumably gone that way.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't quite trust him considering the direction he said he was heading. So, just going to vicious mockery him to death.
Okay. Yeah, he's dead. What mockery are you putting in his head for as he dies? How are you killing him with words? Or more accurately, which words?
Killing him softly with his words.
Your life failed and just...
Fair enough. Yeah, he probably was lying. Yeah, absolutely.
Considering that there's another door through there, which Ruth knows because they've been able to see into that room.
Oh yeah, they may well go to the same room. Who knows?
So I don't trust that.
Yeah, no, that's fair. No, that's perfectly reasonable. I'm not mocking that at all. I mean, they're cultists. They're zealots. Okay, so if you're taking a long rest, this is probably a good place for us to take a short rest and go and get drinks and roll some hit dice.